Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube fans. This is Philip Reynolds, and I haven't done one of these since October. And I have to admit, I should be doing more and more of these. But it's been October, and the last time I did it, it was a 5-part series for a friend of mine in Africa, and it was for a leadership conference. Um, but tonight, my message is the idea of set apart, or in Wizard of Oz terminology, a horse of a different color. Our scripture tonight is found in Exodus 1, uh, 1 through 7. It says, "Now, these are the names of the children of Israel who came to Egypt. Each man in his household came with Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. All those who were descendants of Jacob were 70 persons. For Joseph was in Egypt already, and Joseph died, all his brothers in that generation. But the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, multiplied, and grew exceedingly and mighty, and the land was filled with them." A lot of times, uh, we see the genealogy, and we just want to, it's genealogy, big deal. And we want to get through it, go forward with it, and get on, because some of the names are, they're, Zebulon, Naphtali, they're hard to pronounce. Who's this person? What's that person done? But the thing is with genealogy, God is trying to say, hey, wait a minute, stop. This person is special. This person is different. This person, as we learn in The Wizard of Oz, is a horse of a different color. You know, uh, and and the Bible's getting us to try to call our attention and say, hey, wait a second. Everything that comes after this is important, because what this person is going to do is different, gonna set them apart from everybody else that comes before, and everybody else that's going to come after. We also see this in with Samuel in First Samuel, uh, 1 and 2. It talks about Samuel's mother and father, and how he had two wives. He mentions the names of the people in that. And the biggest one is Jesus with his genealogy, and it's 3 of 14. Uh, it's the idea of it goes back to the very, very beginning type thing. And then also, it's not, the names aren't really given, but it's kind of in David, where when Samuel comes to anoint a king, when uh, Saul is found not to have favor with God anymore, and God says, go to Jesse. He has all of his sons come, and he tells them, don't look at the appearance, look to see what I see in them. And he had 7 sons. All 7 went before him, and he says, "Is there another one?" You see, David's mother wasn't the same as the 7 sons, and that's, although it's not in genealogical form, it kind of is. It's, and you get this one is different. This one is set apart. This one is going to do something different than everybody that's come before. Pay attention to this person. Pay attention to what's being said because miraculous things are going to happen with this person. Which begs the question, when we come to Christ, that's kind of what happens to us. We become somebody special. We become somebody different. We become set apart. We become a horse of a different color. That's what being a Christian is. It's being different, set apart. And God, when we accept Christ, at that moment, puts his stamp of, you're a horse of a different color. You're something special. People need to watch out for you. People need to look at you because what you're going to do with my help is different and more and going to affect people more than you know. It's not just you that's gonna it's gonna affect, but your family and your family's family and it's gonna be one of those generational things. Um, and and when you look and see Moses' genealogy, stop. Yeah, look and see who those people were, see why they were important in that, but stop and look what happens afterwards. I mean, this is one of the greatest prophets known to man. Look what happened. You know, he was a Hebrew baby. I mean, and at that time, babies, if they were male and they were firstborn, like Moses were, they were sentenced. They were basically the midwives were told to kill him. If it was a firstborn male, kill it. And the king even came to him and said, "Hey, you know, why aren't you?" Because they chose to fear God and fear the Lord and not do that. They they you know, it's like they told the king, "Well, they're not like the Egyptians. They kind of have it speedy, boom, and we can't get to them in time." You know, and because of that, you'll notice that the Lord blessed them with children and found gave them favor in that. Um, but the thing is when you see a genealogy in the Bible, stop. The author's trying to make a point. This person is different. This person isn't usual, isn't normal. This person is going to do something that's never been done before and never's gonna you know before it's the before and after are never going to be the same because of this person. And when you accept Christ, that's exactly what happens. What you did before doesn't matter, and what you do after is going to change lives. It's not going to just affect you, but it's going to affect your children and your children's children. Because if you truly accepted Christ, you're going to want your children and your children's children to have a personal relationship with God. And which leaves me with one question. What what do you have you done if you've accepted Christ? What have you done that sets you apart? If people were to say, "Hey, is that person truly a Christian?" and they took you to court, would they find enough evidence to find you guilty of being a Christian and wanting to sentence you to death type thing? And Yeah. But when you see a genealogy, stop. This person's different. This person's special. This person's a person of a different color. And when you've come to accept Christ, that's what happens to you. You become that you become set apart. You become that in that category of a horse of a different color. And if you've accepted Christ, what are you going to do to set yourself apart? And the only answer to that is have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and pass your legacy on to to, to the next generation. I mean, that's what it means to be a Christian, to pass it on to the next generation so that people continue to know the importance of Christ and what he's done for us. That's it for tonight. John Wise, this one's for you. Thank you. It's been a long time, and get in the Word, study the Word, pray, develop a personal relationship with God. It's a daily thing, guys, and you have to choose to accept Christ every day of your life, because when you're set apart, you have to you have to become a living example. And that's all I have for tonight, guys. Take care.